Hello everyone. I just wanted to do a quick fall garden tour here. But first, while I'm sitting here, I just want to show one of my favorite harvests of this year, and that is some hazelnuts. The bushes really took off this year. Show you that. We got 20 pounds of hazelnuts from 2 bushes. And just to show you what that looks like, there's this and this and this and this. So that'll provide us with tons of nuts for the winter, spring, and beyond. So I just finished drying those, so I gotta restore them somewhere else. Okay, so let's continue on with this tour. I'll just take a quick stop over here where I have the asparagus, which is doing well. Doesn't really expand too much. And I'll show you my second nursery bed here, where I tried doing some bottom heat, and the bottom heat worked pretty well to get the rooting, but then I think I put them in pots and gave them too much water, so I didn't really get much. The tomatoes over there are volunteer. This is a mulberry bush, so that did great. And I got 3 Cayuga grapevines. Everything else died. So let's go check out over here. We've planted out some sunchokes in a dead spot in our yard because they're supposed to be really good for poor soil. And here you go. You can see they've done very well. I won't dig them up this year because I want them to grow their tubers so that they're better for eating. There's a chestnut. We got 1 chestnut on it this year. It wasn't very viable, but it was cool to see the chestnut growing. Alright, so I'm gonna walk over to the food forest now and check out a few things in there. Alright, here I am at the tomatoes. The tomatoes, again, were a big disappointment. We hoped to get around 300 pounds and we got less than 100. We decided we were going to plant them in a new area next year. I think the disease pressures are getting to be too much. This is our garlic bed over here. We've already harvested that. We've got basil and peppers mixed in here. The peppers did great, although I'm behind on harvesting them. Cilantro as well. And then we had some volunteers of black locust that keeps showing up in this bed. I don't know why, but in the fall, or soon actually, we are going to transplant them over to one of the areas of our yard that really needs a little extra help. Alright, this is our mulberry tree. It continues to be out of control, which is great. I love the mulberries. Some mushroom logs that don't like to make mushrooms. This one's exciting. Here we have some persimmons, and this year they're fruiting, and they're a gorgeous color. Here are bees. The way I hear it, the hive is strong this year, so that is good news. Let's check out, we got some carrots, because they can grow pretty late, so we've got a lot of carrots planted. Hopefully we can get through them before they go bad. Here we go. And here's our pond. We definitely have some frogs showing up this year. There we go. So the pond's been working out well. The frogs are supposed to be good for some of the pests that our trees might see, so hopefully it'll reduce some of our pressures and also give some wildlife a place to drink. Alright, here are elderberries. They did great this year as well. I want to say I got like 40 pounds off of them. Let's see, more elders. Strawberries are doing great. I don't know how much we got, but they were a great early berry. They produced a lot and they're spreading like crazy. Here's an enterprise apple. Mixed in here, I also have Mexican sunflower or tithunia and some orange cosmos you can kind of see in there. They're very happy though. They like that spot. Alright, then we have our pawpaw tree. Still no fruit from the pawpaw, but they're sending out a lot of little ones. So I'm hoping next year will be the year for pawpaws. Stingy nettle, continuing to be mixed with the strawberries. Walking onions, antihyssop. Hardy mums. The bee balm looks sad, but it did well. Okay, let's go back here. I decided to baby asparagus that was back here this year because it kept coming back but not very strong. And it definitely came back better this year. We'll see if it keeps up. I don't know if it'll be worth it in the end, but they did better. The apples have been a giant success this year. I think we've gotten around 100 pounds of apples, which is way more than last year. Maybe next year will be even more. Pears did excellent as well this year. Sagumi, senna, champagne currants. We have some black currants growing here. They're not going as fast as I would have thought. Here is red canis. It did great over here. That was something that someone had donated for the plant sale at our kids' school this year. And I took some of the tubers that were left over, planted them so we can bring them to next year's plant sale. I'll talk a little bit about that at the end. Here are hazelnut bushes. Got some Christmas trees. Not going to be ready this year probably. Here's a hazel. Here are the raspberries. This thing produces tons of raspberry canes that I can give away or sell. We actually just planted a bunch at the school here, and I still have a ton that I could give away if anyone wanted. And they've been producing pretty well, but as you might have noticed, I've been kind of neglecting them, so a lot of them have been rotting on the vine, unfortunately. Here's our other pawpaw. You can see its little shoots, little offspring coming out here. This is Juneberry. I think we're just gonna tear that one out. It keeps getting cedar apple rust on the berries, and we never get any fruit from it. Okay, here's my first nursery bed. I just took 2 elderberries out to give to the school. We planted those earlier this week. We have a plum tree that someone gave to us, and it's doing amazing. There's not actually a lot going on in here. I'm gonna move probably a bunch of small hazelnuts seedlings here once the leaves fall. The blueberry bushes are doing a lot better this year. We tarped them, killed the grass, and then put some wood chips here, and they put on new growth. They've been struggling over here, maybe because of competition. The peach tree is taking off. We got some peaches this year as well, which are really good. I bet next year will be even better. That brings us back around to our pond. Alright, so that was the fall garden tour. The last thing I just wanted to talk about was, I think the last tour I did was getting ready for a plant sale at my kids' school. So we had that plant sale. All the plants, pots, and dirt were all donated. It cost $0 to put on, and we ended up raising $725 for the school. With that money, we've been able to put in some raised beds and a permaculture garden in the back. Woo, getting sunny. And it's a great hands-on experience for the kids and a great way for them to learn. If you are in the Holyoke area and would be interested in getting involved in that, we'd definitely love to have volunteers. We'd love to have plants donated. I think especially right now as we're all getting ready for fall and tucking in our plants. If you have anything extra that you think you could spare next spring, or seeds that you want to save, you can put in, start some seedlings. That would be amazing and be greatly appreciated. So with that, if you have any questions, thoughts, please feel free to reach out. All right, thanks. Have a nice day. Bye.